I had
Relation?
pain in my thighs,
Yeah.
all right, or calves
Yeah.
when I walked a lot.
Okay.
And what happened was the blood would just stop.
Yeah.
And then all the other doctors put me on medicine and said, basically live with it. Well, so I'd lived with it for, I don't know, we've been down here since 2000. That's when it started, when I came down here on the golf course. I couldn't even walk the golf course. So I don't know, maybe 8, 9 years. So after that, I said, I just can't take this anymore. So I found him, and I actually found him in the phone book. You know, so I called him up. The girl answered. I told her my problem. I said, I don't know whether you can help me or not. She said, well, I think we can. You know, come on in. He did all the tests everybody else did. And he did that ultrasound, I guess.
Yeah.
And he found out I had blockage up here between my legs where the vein went down.
Yeah.
So I went over, we set up a thing for the hospital. And I went over and he did this side. Well, he did this side first, I'm sorry. He did the left side first. And then what I liked about him, he called my wife right at the hospital, said everything. Because my wife is blind. And so she was, you know, I was more worried about her than she was about me. So I told him I'd go to the hospital, but I had to go home the next day. And there wasn't any problem with that. He called and he said that the artery or whatever it is, it was like a brick wall. It was just clogged. The blood got through when I was sitting or resting, but as soon as I started walking, the blood just stopped. So he did that, and then I went back in a month later. He did the other side. The other side, this side wasn't as bad as this side. I haven't had pain. I can walk. Like I told him, I get tired before the pain comes. I mean, I have to stop. You know, I have to stop doing whatever I'm doing because I'm tired, not because of the pain. And I haven't had anything since. I feel great. I really do. I mean, there's no, you know, like I say, I'm pretty honest. So, I mean, I've told him that too. You know, now the legs are great. I walk on a treadmill, maybe I play a lot of golf. Well, not a lot, but I play golf, and at my course, I try to walk as much as I can. And I walk on the treadmill maybe 15 minutes, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. And about 2 miles an hour on the treadmill for about 15 minutes, and I have no pain. The only time I do have pain is if I walk fast, then the blood, you know, because he said some of the artery is like sort of like dead, like, you know, down the leg. But as long as the blood gets through, I'm fine. As long as I walk normal or even a little faster I'm fine. Him? Oh, he's great. Like I say, he didn't rush me into the hospital, and he took the time. I mean, he actually I didn't talk to somebody else and they related it to him. He came in the office and in the next room, and we talked together. And he got his blackboard out and started drawing, you know, stuff on drew my leg and showed me where it was and everything and what the problem was. I mean, he knew what the problem was after all the other tests and everything. And he said, we can help you if you want to, you know, go. And the only thing I would say that I had not a problem with, but I had to be out the next day. And that was just because of my wife. I didn't want to leave her, you know, too long, you know, without it. I've recommended him. I've taken some of his brochures and give it around. You know, I don't know how many people have came, but I tell them about my problem, and I'm telling you, if you have pain in your legs, it can be fixed.